In the last few years, Glacier has become quite crowded. Many of the comments of my other Glacier videos mention how the crowds, traffic, and lack of parking negatively impact the experience of visiting the park. And crowds are why I rarely visit in midsummer, so I get it. The obvious solution is to go where the crowds ain't. And for now, that means you might want to check out Two Medicine. Starting in 2023, the park expanded its vehicle reservation ticket system. Now you need one of these precious tickets to get into Two Medicine. But they will reduce overcrowding by restricting the number of people who can get in. Check out the park's website or my video to learn how to get one. Because from July 1st to September 10th, between the hours of 6 a.m. and 3 p.m., you won't be allowed in without one. It's located in the southeast corner of the park, with a base elevation of just under 5,200 feet. Ironically, this remote corner was once the park's epicenter. Before the Sun Road was built, well-heeled adventurous visitors came to the park by train at East Glacier, and after a stay in Glacier Park Lodge, they would ride a horse the 11 or so miles to Two Medicine, and then beyond. Today, Two Med is a bit away from the more popular areas, so fewer people come here. That makes this a great place to hike incredible trails away from massive crowds and congestion. And many say it has the best high trails in the park. Most of the area's trails and activities are centered around Two Medicine Lake, which is not to be confused with Upper or Lower Two Medicine Lakes. There isn't a hotel here, but there is a campground and a general store with basic meal options. The trailheads are spread out, but most are near the lake. Some are best accessed via boat. As you can see from the trail information on the map, there are several short, flattish hikes, as well as some high, long monsters. On one of my first visits to the park, I hiked to Scenic Point. It's a 6.2-mile round trip that rises over 2,300 feet. It follows the Mount Henry Trail, which goes all the way to Glacier Park Lodge. It's also part of the Continental Divide Trail. Most of the elevation is gained on 16 steep switchbacks. And boy, I wish I had a good picture of them. For some reason, I was more interested in the strangely beautiful trees. They were killed by some kind of blight years ago. There is little shade on this trail, so on a hot, sunny day, you'll feel it. When stopping to catch your breath, and you will need to, there's a nice view of Two Medicine Lake. But at the top, there's a commanding view of the plains to the east. There isn't a higher piece of ground from here all the way to New England. And the view, well, it goes out for many, many miles. For me, one of the most memorable parts of the trail was the hike down. The switchbacks are so steep that I was almost running down them. Slowing down enough to take a turn at a switchback or two was quite difficult, and I certainly didn't have time to take any pictures. If I were to do this trail again, I'd definitely use hiking poles. Sometimes after a few days of tough hiking, it's nice to take an easy one, especially if it's cold and rainy. On such a day, I decided to go to Twin Falls. It's 3.8 miles from the campground, but only about a mile when you take a boat across the lake. No matter how you get there, there's only about 75 feet of elevation gain. I bought my ticket on this 40-degree day, and it was a pleasant ride across the calm lake. Just about all of this trail is heavily in the trees. There are a couple of trail junctions, so follow the signs to make sure you go to the right place. This is the falls. Or is it these are the falls? Anyway, there they are. They're not spectacular, but it's not a bad way to spend part of a rainy afternoon. The more interesting thing was one of the guys I recognized from the boat decided to take a dip in the near freezing water. While waiting in the shelter for the boat to return, I asked him why he did it. So you're the guy who jumps in all the lakes in the park. Yeah.
I swam in the one at Mini Glacier Hotel yesterday.
And why do you do such a thing?
There's no showers in the park.
That's not true. The bigger campgrounds, like the ones at Swift Current, they have showers. From the boat drop-off point, you can go to other places too. No Name Lake is less than 3 miles away, but there is about 800 feet of climbing involved. And on the way, if it's not too cloudy, there's an interesting rock formation called Pompelli Pillar. No Name Lake feels remarkably remote for such a short hike. It has a couple of backcountry campsites too, which can be reserved at the Two Medicine Ranger Station. Another destination you can go to from the boat dock is the Upper Two Medicine Lake. It's accessed from another connecting trail, and it's just slightly farther away at 2.2 miles. There's backcountry camping there, too. Two of the most spectacular passes in the area can also be accessed from this boat dock. Dawson Pass and, well, I can't pronounce that, so you'll just have to read it, can each be accessed from this trailhead. If you don't use the boat, it's just under 7 miles to each pass. Or you can combine them in a 16.9-mile loop trail with a net elevation gain of 2,450 feet. But the views up here are really nice. Most people take 2 days to do the 17-ish mile loop. 17 miles is a bit too much for me in a day, so I asked a ranger about the campground.
So the campground's actually down, so you would actually go around the backside of Rising Wolf, and then you would have to hike down to the campground, which would add another 2-3 miles onto your hike.
And I'm not an expert on overnight trips, so if you want to do this, go to the hikingglacier.com website for more info. Before you get to the main parking area, there's a short trail that's good for the whole family. Running Eagle Falls. The trailhead is on the main road, just after you cross the bridge. It's just a 0.3-mile stroll to a nice little waterfall. And there's one more trail I think that's worth mentioning, and it's called Cobalt Lake. This can be an over 11-mile round trip, but there's only 1,400 feet of elevation gain. And on the way, you might want to stop by Rockwell Falls. It's one of the nicer falls in the area. So to sum up, Two Medicine is a little out of the way, and it has some great high country trails and several waterfalls. It's less likely to be as crowded as some of the other areas, but it's a good idea to check out a ranger station for the current road status and parking status in Two Medicine before you drive the 60 to 90 minutes to get here from Many Glacier, St. Mary, or West Glacier. By the way, as of October 2022, videos like this or any other post to social media requires a $225 filming permit when shooting in the park. Yep, it's hard to believe, but it's true. That's what our government has done. So please click the like and subscribe button if you'd like to see more of these. And another thing, the drive from Two Medicine to Many Glacier is a good one. It's twisty, and at one spot, my cell phone actually worked.